We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Throws toward the corner of the end zone. It is intercepted! Intercepted! The Ducks have the ball!
To the end zone! Oregon! Mariota dives! Touchdown! They hand it off straight out! C.J. Verdell wins the game for Oregon!
Inside the 10! A hat-trick, a touchdown from Justin Herbert! Howard's going to run for it. Time runs out, and that'll do it! Welcome to the Big Ten, Oregon! They storm the field at Upton!
Before we get started, I want to remind everyone that this film room is presented by the Ducks Rising Collective. Ducks Rising is an organization for Oregon fans to support student athletes. If you're not a member yet, go to our site, ducksrising.com, and sign up. Membership grants you access to the Ducks Rising podcast network and exclusive content from student athletes, recruits, and alumni. We also have a thriving community through Lockerverse where fans log in and chat about recruiting news and Ducks sports. Most of all, your membership will directly support Oregon athletes and help our team compete. As a reminder, once Oregon gets to conference play, the film room will be for Ducks Rising subscribers only. So you can go to ducksrising.com and sign up to become a member. You can buy in for as little as $10 a month, and 97% of your proceeds go directly to the athletes in Eugene. Again, go over to ducksrising.com today and help support the program. All right, guys, here we go. First play of the season. Outside zone goes out the gate. So before we go to this back angle, I want to highlight one thing. I want to highlight my man right here playing in his first college game. And the block he gives. It's the first play of his career. First play of his career. And he is going to be an animal blocking. Look at that. Look at that. There he goes. There he goes. Also, it's Montana State. I get it. It's Montana State. Line of scrimmage here. Okay? Let's watch where the ball ends up. Well, it's going to move a little bit, but right there, right? Watch where these guys end up. Well, that's a bad drawing because the line of scrimmage is really, right? Was it right there, right? And look at these guys. Line of scrimmage moving. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. So I want to show you the wide angle first, just to give you an idea of the play. We're going to fast forward now to the back end. So this is outside zone. Okay. A couple things I love about this play. First of all, it's a must run, okay? I've made this vocal before. I don't love all the RPOs. I love when we have must runs. It's a must run. Must run the ball. So outside zone is very simple, guys, okay? It is basically is an offensive line, these guys right here, all right, the blocking unit, okay? You're trying to displace the defense. We'll use blue here. We're going to displace the defense. You don't want to go all the way down the line of scrimmage vertical like this, right? Or horizontal, I should say. You want to sort of displace the defense at this angle right here, okay? On outside zone, on that angle, because the back's path is very simple. They're going to, here we'll go, here. The back's path is very simple. He's either going to aim for the outside leg of the tight end or the butt of the outside leg of the offensive tackle, or maybe the butt or inside aiming point of the tight end. And the ball is going to be handed off. He's going to run along that angle. And at some point, he's either going to continue around in the straight like that, just continue to run, or he's going to put his foot in the ground and come back here. It's called one cut. He's going to one cut, foot in the ground, go up the field. And the only way that he can make this one cut right here is if there is this sort of horizontal and vertical displacement of the line of scrimmage, right? He needs to be able to run full speed this direction and then put his foot in the ground and come up the field. All right, so with that premise, right, here we go. So you're going to see here that it starts with a great double team right here, and the Sadiq with a little hand, he's going to get the outside force, double to here, single block here, double team here, and then inside to here. Now, interesting about this, first of all, I mean, these are all great. These are all like awesome. I mean, I could break down each individual ones you want, but this is the interesting part's actually going to be right here. But let's break this down quickly over here. So you're going to get hip, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip. Good job. Again, displace, right? Vertical, horizontal, vertical displacement. Left guard is going to, when you have a single block on this, you need to aim for about right there with your head, and then your backside arm is going to, you want your backside arm to be in the middle, you want your head to be right here, and you want your other arm to be right there. You're going to see here, pregnon is right there. Good job. And then from here, again, you want to make sure that you get that displacement in this direction. Great job right here, shoulder to shoulder. It's not hip to hip because he's got to hit, he's got to give the hand and go. And then great job by the right guard. Same position here, right? Same position here, same position here. Great job, these guys getting their aiming points. And then what you do is, especially on the backside, you got to run. And the right guard runs really, really well. Okay, so let's go to 71 here. So the reason why outside zone requires the back to run in this direction as fast as possible and to get this push this direction is the backside guy is most often unblocked. You don't have a guy for him. Now, you could send a tight end back maybe if you want, but often this guy is left unblocked. And part of the reason why is so we're here unblocked. He's unblocked. You sometimes boot this guy out, right? You want this guy to run down the line of scrimmage. You get the quarterback out here or do some fun things. So he's unblocked, right? And the goal is that you push the line of scrimmage so far this direction and he's able to get so far over here that he cuts back and this guy right here can't get there, all right? That's sort of the point of this. If you get what's called book-ended, where you're trying to stretch over here and the defender pushes you back this way, you get pushed back and you sort of like a bookend, right? You get book-ended. This defender all the time runs the play down from behind. So the tackle, okay, because we're leaving this guy unblocked, all right, ends up having the B-gap defender, which most often is going to be that linebacker, or possibly if he goes out here, a safety coming down. But because I think they're just always worried about something coming this way or the quarterback, what ends up happening is who becomes the B-gap defender, essentially? The defensive end does. Right? He's trying, this guy right here, the end, is trying to cross his face. He's trying to cross his face, which makes him the B-gap defender, and this guy right here is playing out this direction. This is a great job by 71 of reading this, collecting him, taking him for a freaking ride. Look at him. There he goes. And he blocks 2 with 1 right there, right? Blocks 2. Now, you can see here, great job, everyone. They're just running their guys. You can see here the importance of the idea of the back being able to press the line of scrimmage this direction before he makes his cut. If you do it too soon, again, this guy might be in play, but you really don't get to sell the defense if you do it too soon. And you really want to be able for the back to essentially put his foot in the ground, boom, right there. See that? I'll go back. Oh, back. Which way's back? This way's back. 1 cut, right? So it's really right there. There's the 1, and now he's getting backside. And I think he's thinking he's going to go right here. But then this color flashes right here, and he does a great job of, you're really going to get it out the backside like this, way back. A lot of times, if he just say, he's not wrong, but he gets over here like this, he'll just go right there. But great job by the back of just, trash. Where's the thing? There we go, right there. I'm making a miss. Oh, great play. Off to the races. Some speed. All right. So, Coach Lanning mentioned this play as a positive of Dante. Nothing terribly good. I mean, it's a 5-yard third down. But it's a sign of sort of maturity, I think, in Moore. That's why I want to highlight this play. So, you're going to see in a play later that essentially on the goal line there's 2 coverages. You can't really see that. There's 2 coverages on, essentially. There is what we call like red 4, which is quarters. So these guys from like a picket fence right here, okay? Or there's man coverage. So everyone knows there's quarter beaters. And I think Moore, he takes the snap, he looks this direction, and what they're going to do is they're going to try to run him sort of in here to get the eyes of this guy, looking here. They're going to run this guy deep and I think in here. I think they're trying to get this matchup right here. And if this guy goes here, then this matchup, this little curl up he's going to do here, you're going to see that he's going to come right in this spot right here. I think Moore is originally, look, his eyes are there, looking for, and this is Perry. I think it's a true freshman, right? Perry. And the problem is he just takes too long. You cannot get hit. You can't stop. He needs to just threaten his outside and come here, or if this plays inside, he can go around him and come this way. It takes too long, and Moore knows it. Like, that's just, look, it's too long. He's right. This is the guy he should, look, again, this guy, look at these two guys right here. The window for this to be open is right here, right? That's the window. Moore sees it. He's going to go back. He sees. He's looking. But this kid's taking too long to get open. Too long to get open. Clock's going off in his head. I mean, right there. I mean, again, it's not a clean route. You would like this. You'll see later in a touchdown where he, you want the timing to be and catch the ball right there. But this takes too long. So he looks here, nothing here, nothing here. This guy runs off, not open here. And he does a smart thing. I think it just sort of takes his time. Maybe someone pops open, but Sadiq's being covered. He's being covered. Maybe you say, okay, you throw the ball to this point here and you try to, you're up 14-0. Take the 3 points and move it along, right? That's what I would do. And just like, okay, maybe you're like, I don't know, do you really want to throw it back across your body? Again, you're up 14-0. If it's not 14-0, you're down, sure, take a shot here. But just live to play another day, man. Trust your defense. So I know Coach highlighted that. I wanted to make that clear. Okay, here we go. Touchdown to Benson. This is just a freaking P. Look at that. Okay. So we talked earlier about the different defenses. Oh boy, all the way back to the front. That's not good. Sorry. Let's move this. Let's move this along here. I don't know why I went back to the front. Okay, here we go. Okay, so as I mentioned, you essentially have two coverages in the red zone. Two. Oh, geez. Whoopsie. Okay. You have two coverages in the red zone. Two of them, okay? They are a combination of two high, whether it's quarters, we call cover 4, or maybe it's cover 2, or you have man. Those are essentially the buckets. You have man or too high. And the reason you have too high is the safeties can play the run from quarters, if they're in quarters, in the red zone easier than they can in the field. You don't need to have a safety down the box like you would with one high, because these guys right here, look, they can come down and play the run from here. You don't have to drop them in here pre-snap. Okay, that's the reason why. So there's two concepts happening. We'll go down here first. Look down here first, because they're going to run this, hook them up here, and they're going to run this little corner here. That's a staple of the West Coast offense. Essentially, if it's 2 and he clouds here, you can hit this guy in the back corner here. But he sees immediately it is quarters. And quarters is this blanket look, right? So it's everyone has a quarter of the field, essentially. So here, right? Here, and then you cut it here. This guy has here, and he has here, right? So you each have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the field. What they're going to do is they're going to run him here, and they're going to run him right there, and they're going to run the back out here. And what they're trying to see is essentially what 1 to 2, what they do, right? If he widens this direction, Sadiq is number 1. If he stays here, I'm going to erase these. If he stays where he right here, and then again we're going to draw the routes though. Here, and here. If this defender stays right here like this, or even curls in this zone right here, the back is the option. If what happens here, which is he runs with the back, there's a giant window for this little slant right here. And again, this is the important. I know you guys think sometimes maybe the back just out of the backfield for no reason, But this movement here, he's got to track him. So it opens this giant window right here for the ball. And I think what's impressive is a couple things. One is that Moore very clearly understands what's happening. Like very clear quarters, right? Very clear now, right? Quarters, see? Picket fence 4 across. And he knows right now where he's going with the ball. He's reading this guy right now because he stayed right here. So, right? So 1 read, 2 read, second guy. If he stays here, back, throw to this guy. He comes this way. Throw to this guy. Very good job. Now, I want to notice one thing here that I think is important. So, little things matter in success of, it keeps going back. Keeps going back, everyone. I think little things matter when it comes to the success of plays, right? That's too far now. There we go. Okay. We're back. And a couple of important notes here for success on this play. So, little things. Okay, the wide receiver, all right? As I mentioned, there's this little pocket right here where the ball needs to be thrown, right? And it's a small window, right? Small window. The way you make the window bigger is by your route. And watch what he does where he comes, because he knows that this guy right here, right, is going to be outside shoulder, right, at all times. He's the guy that has to take this quarter of the field. So he's got to be out there. So what Benson, right? What Benson's going to do is ever so slightly, he's going to run a little wider course out this direction to give himself more of a window right here for Moore. And you're going to see that the defender, this guy, is going to have to widen with him as well. So watch. Okay, he's right at that top of that hash, right? Watch. See that? So he widens right. He starts here, right? He widens out here, which forces this guy to widen just enough, and that allows for that, when he comes in here, that nice window right there. You can run like this if you want, but see how small that window is going to be? So that little movement right there, I thought, is pretty awesome by Benson. All right, moving along to the next part. Here we go. This podcast is sponsored by Backer. Backer is a new outerwear company founded by an Oregon alum, combining high-performance materials from the outdoor industry with a sleek Oregon look. I encourage all Duck fans to check out their amazing Oregon jackets, hoodies, hats, and more at Backer. That's BCKR.com. Use the code RISINGFREE for free expedited shipping. Again, that's RISINGFREE. With that code, 10% of all orders will go back to Ducks Rising. Check out Backer today. So this is the Jay Harris long run here. Okay, so third down, and what does Oregon do all the time? They motion, all right, or they shift. And the motion, again, is to tell man or zone coverage. This is Z. What do they do? If he motions, do they run a guy across with him? Do they come back here and bring a guy down here? Do they just move these guys over a little bit and he comes back here? So you're getting tells on what's happening. So as they move Sadiq over, let's pause it right here. So you have, this is 101 for defense. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this best I can here. One reason why college football is different than the NFL is the hash marks. The hash marks are wider than the NFL. Okay, the NFL hash marks are like right here. And so when you line up on a hash in college, there's a lot of field to cover on this side. This is a giant freaking, right? Like this is, 52 and a half yards, I think. And then this right here is, 18. You got to cover that whole area over here. So if defenses want to bring up a field pressure, it's called, right? Field pressure from the field. This is the field, right? You're on this hash right here. They got to declare pretty soon, because when you bring a pressure, a zone pressure, when they vacate, when they leave, right, someone's got to play defense behind them. So you can't cheat and be over here as a defender and then get to the field quick enough to cover these guys when the ball's on this hash or this hash. So it's an advantage in college to take your time in these situations to figure out what a defense is doing, and they do this. So Will Stein, motions over, fake cadence, right? Look at the hands, fake cadence, and it's like, oh, here they come. Now, another tell, of course, along the same lines about this is the hash mark right here. You have 1 for 1. That's it. You have another back right here, another offensive player that's right here, and there is, I don't know why my little thing got small here. You have another offensive player right here, and there is no defender right here. So that tells you even more when you have 1, 2, 3 offensive players on this side of the field, and then you add in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on defense, secondary players on this side of the field. That is a, should I draw my red flag again? That is a red flag for pressure. So they see this and they realize we're going to have an answer for it. So identifying what the pressure is also very important. And they identify that it's going to be zero pressure. And the reason they identify, we talked about this before, zero pressure, zero safeties, okay? And they identify this for a couple things. One is, again, that there is nobody covering the back. Like, there's nobody over here, all right? There should be a defender. There should be someone over here. Even if it's zone pressure, someone should be mirroring this guy, and they're not. So you know right now that it's most likely going to be some sort of pressure in here. And then also, you have right here, and you're going to see this defender right here drops from here down to here in a man posture. Excuse me. Drops down to a man posture from, there we go. Oops. Oh, it did it again. It did it again. Did it again. Ugh. Here we go. Okay. Sadiq's moving across. This guy right here drops into a man posture from there. There he goes, right? Okay. And then the other safety, who again is this guy who's most often here, even here, he is cheated way over onto 18. So you can see that the man coverage is sort of right here, right here. Yeah, don't worry about what I drew. I know what it looks like. Deal with it. And then right here, obviously, right? Okay. All right. Now, someone needs the back. As I mentioned, there is nobody really assigned right now to the back. It's kind of odd. Well, when you do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with zero safeties, somebody has to cover the back. And that somebody is this guy, if this is what you're going to do. He has to peel with the back. He doesn't. And Dante Moore realizes this immediately. So he sees right now. Nobody peeled. Nobody. And he hits Jay Harris. And important to note, too, Texas route, undefeated. He hits him so he can catch the ball and continue forward. Doesn't throw it back shoulder into his chest. It leads him so he can catch the ball full steam ahead forward. Right there. Another thing, too. So Moore just sort of, he just seems so comfortable in this game. Watch him just casually back up. And he knows what he's doing right away. He's waiting. Boom. And Harris does the rest. I don't know why Harris did not run but whatever. I'm fat and slow. What do I know? Okay. Defense, 4th down. I mean, there's honestly not much to highlight. I just think that this guy was incredible, Washington. And I just want to highlight a play. They're just covering, they're filling all the gaps, right? Here. I mean, there's not much happening here other than it's a 4th down. They're just running. They eat up Jackson and Mateo trip right here. That's why he goes flying. But all they're trying to do is just get penetration to allow, when you get penetration like this, it slows the back up, right? He can't really find a place to go. That allows your linebacker to fill. It allows unblocked guys to fill. And so I just wanted to highlight more importantly, what 52 was doing this game. I mean, this dude was wrecking shop. I mean, that's like, you ain't gonna make the play. And you see right here, Betcher's there to make, he's in the right spot. Purchase is there. Washington's there. Monster. That's it. I just want to highlight this play. There's actually not like schematically much to it. Gray taking up 2, being big. Taking up 2 because they're supposed to double to him. So taking up 2 allows Betcher to get off and make the play. All right, one more here. This one's kind of fun. So as I mentioned earlier, sometimes on defense you have to count the numbers of players on defense. Offense counts the number of guys on defense to figure out where the pressure is coming from. So you have 1, 2, 3 receivers and 1, 2 defenders, and maybe you say a third. But there's 4 guys, right? Fourth on this side, 4 off the ball players for 3 offensive guys. But really, for the entire field, it's not a lot of guys. 4 defenders for this entire part of the field. So you look over here and you see 1, 2 offensive players, and there's 1, 2, 3 guys over here. It's kind of, there's 1 extra. Your antenna goes up, especially when it appears that this guy is sort of eyeing a man coverage there. That means there's 1 extra guy over here. Why is there an extra guy over here? Offense should sort of have their blinkers up and actually turn the wrong direction. They should have gone and turned I would have sent the line over. I would have just sent the line to this guy right here. Right? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he is a known rusher, but Wyatt does an incredible job here. I just want to watch the effort. So all they're doing is again, the same thing I mentioned in that video, right? They have 6 blockers for 4 rushers. They're just confusing the shit out of teams, man. So they drop 1 out. They rush 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to watch the effort. This guy right here. Look at that. For the sack. Hell yeah. Oh, they did it again. No. Watch it one more time here. Okay, here we go. We got it. Watch the effort of this guy right here. It's great. Look at that. Love it. Love it. And really, this is if you are, doing this, if you're scouting, the teams will have this ready because he's a linebacker. Oh, I got to do the pencil, the little pencil thing here. He's a linebacker, and these guys here are the actual 4 rushers. This is like maybe a week 1 thing. You're not going to away with this after this. They're going to identify 32 as a pass rusher, and they're going to know that he's dropping out, or they're going to bring 5. But this probably won't happen again. It's a good week 1 pressure. Thanks everyone for tuning into the Ducks Rising Film Room with Geoff Schwartz. Just a reminder that this segment is part of the Ducks Rising Podcast Network, and we encourage all listeners to check out ducksrising.com. You can support content like this by subscribing to the Ducks Rising Podcast Network, rating our shows, and most importantly, becoming a member at Ducks Rising itself. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.